I have finally read the dreaded Star Wars Crystal Star, a book that often has been called the worst Star Wars book. Is it? Well, find out in this video if I think so or not. What's going on, guys? I'm the Walrus Jedi, and welcome to another book review. If you like these book reviews, then please consider liking and subscribing and hitting the notification bell for more. Today we're talking Star Wars The Crystal Star by Vonda N. McIntyre, published by Bantam Spectra, December 1994. It is set 14 ABY, Dramatis Personae, Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, Leia Organa Solo, Chewbacca, C-3PO, R2-D2, Jaina Solo, one of the twins of Han and Leia, Force sensitive. Jason is her twin, also Force sensitive. Anakin Solo is the youngest of the Solo kids, also Force sensitive. Zavari, a human female, and she's an illusionist. Tigress, he's a Fierio male, follower of Hethrir. He is the son of Relau and Hethrir. Hethrir, a Fierio male, former procurator of justice for the Empire, and Force sensitive. He's also Tigress's dad. Relau, a Fierio female, Force user, and Tigress's mom. And then you have Waru, who I have dubbed basically this gelatinous, basically a demon, a leader of the cult of Waru, the Crystal Star. On the temperate outer rim planet Muntu Kodru, New Republic Chief of State Leia Organa Solo is on a tour of worlds in the New Republic. But her three kids, Jaina, Jason, and Anakin, are kidnapped. Now, her advisors and people on the planet basically are telling her that it's not the end of the world, as kidnapping and ransoming people are common on Muntu Kodru. And, she's continually advised that it's not that big of a deal. They'll contact her with a ransom, but that never happens. And Leia continues to feel that this kidnapping is more than just Muntu Kodru hijinks, and leaves with Chewie to find her kids. Meanwhile, Han and Luke are checking out rumors of Jedi on Kersay Station. This station is near a cooling star that is becoming a crystal. Said crystal causes issue with Force users and transmissions. They don't find any Jedi, but a cult with a large golden being as leader known as Waru. Han meets Zavari, a former love of his, and they discover Waru consumes beings for power, but he does occasionally heal people. The Solo children are on Hethrir's worldcraft. This vile villain takes Force-sensitive children to use in his plans to bring the Empire back with him as Emperor. Hethrir takes Anakin with him to Kersay Station, as he has an unholy alliance with old jelly demon himself, Waru. Jaina and Jason escape the compound that they're in with several other children to a tree. Leia and Chewie find a bunch of ships in space. They discover Relau being tortured, and they alleviate her suffering, and they go to Hethrir's worldcraft. Relau reveals that her and Hethrir, among being former lovers, were also students of Darth Vader. Relau was tortured for her not wanting to go dark side. They rescue the children on the worldcraft and head to Kersay Station to save Anakin. All our heroes meet on Kersay Station, and they save Anakin from Waru. Luke is tempted by Waru and goes into Waru. Leia and Han both go in and rescue Luke. They all exit Waru. Waru just wants to go home, so he eats Hethrir and uses his power to go back to his demon home. And that's where the story ends. What I liked about this book: the Jaina and Jason storyline I actually thought was actually kind of interesting, and this is the first book that I've read where they're actually more characters rather than just plot devices to, they're MacGuffins to get rescued. You could kind of see them developing as characters. Jaina likes machinery and, tinkering, stuff like that, whereas Jason is clearly, he loves animals and he befriends animals and stuff like that. So it's pretty interesting. And Leia's story I thought was pretty interesting. I thought that's the best part of the book, and that's where it ends. What I didn't like, Luke in this book, I thought wasn't handled very well. Yeah, I wasn't impressed with it. Plus, he's not in it very much, doesn't do anything. He has to get saved. So, yeah, not that impressive, not that interesting of a story for Luke to do. And then Waru is a little weird. And every time, Waru would talk, I I imagined in my head that if you've played, Skyrim, there is a creature in Skyrim called Hermaeus Mora. He's basically a demon.
I am Hermaeus Mora. I am the guardian of the unseen, a knower of the unknown. I have been watching you, mortal.
In the game. And his voice, I was picturing something like that for Waru's voice. And I don't know, I just didn't like Waru. Well, that is the Crystal Star. Not an impressive showing. I'd probably give it about a 3.5 out of 10. As far as I'm concerned, I don't think it's the worst Star Wars book I've ever read. I think Dawn of the Jedi Into the Void is still worse. The Bounty Hunter trilogy isn't that great. And Children of the Jedi, Planet of Twilight, I think so it's not the worst thing I've read, but it is far from even just being okay. That ending really kind of tanks the book. Well, that is the review. Let me know what you think of Crystal Star down in the comments. Is it your worst Star Wars book you've ever read, or is there other books that are worse? Let me know that. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and until next time, thank you for watching.